Oh, yeah? She turns that frown upside down. Everybody's got a laughing place to go, ho, ho. Take that frown, turn it upside down, and you'll find yours, I know, ho, ho. Where the fuck? Welcome back to The Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening. We're still in Angler's Tunnel. Alright, we're trying to outsmart these little thwomps here.
I just love their expressions.
They are very expressive. They're like, oh no, I missed.
His eyeball's like, fuck.
Oh boy, the bad guys aren't gonna like that I screwed this up. I believe I screwed the pooch. Alrighty. Did Wesker find that term offensive?
Yes.
He's just like, screw the pooch.
His little mouth just dropped open. Like, what?
I find that term very triggering, Father.
He just tipped over and now he's leaving. I'm out of here.
I just triggered a, let's see, in dog years, 115-year-old Shiba Inu.
He's just like, that's absurd.
I'm an old man, an old crone, an old human. I showed you the Sword in the Stone, didn't I?
Yeah.
Do you see a lot of Merlin in me?
Sometimes.
I can be very Merlin. Okay, for you, what Disney character do you think I'm most similar to? Because for you, I think you're very much a Sally. Just kind of like, oh, this is a bad idea. But like also like,
shouldn't do this.
Quick to your wits.
I'm thinking.
That's okay.
Because I feel like you're a mix. Like, there's not one character that's like, that's you.
Okay. To be fair, like, when I rewatch movies, I always just be like, yeah, this is something you'd do.
Yeah.
This is something you'd say. We do this a lot, like when we were watching, oh, what was it? Or on High School Host Club.
Yeah.
And the one character is just like, hey, I feel like you're a lot like this character. I was just like, really? Is it because of the glasses? And then he just stares and goes, what now? And I'm just like, yep. Yep, that be me.
I feel like when you're being sassy, you would be like a mix between Timon and Scar. Because
nice.
like you're scrappy, but you're also like idiots.
So I'm Scar without the Malician.
Yeah.
Malician? Is that even a word? Malice?
Yeah, I think it's malice.
Maliciousness?
I knew what you meant.
Thank you.
I never, like, I hate that certain words, I'm like, I don't know the correct form for that word. I do that in therapy. I'm like, what? She's like, I don't know. It sounds right.
Yeah, you might be onto something there.
It's like you asked me, and now I'm like trying to go through every movie I've ever seen.
Yeah. Keep in mind, there's still a couple you haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
The numbers are getting fewer and fewer, though, so we're getting there.
What ones are left?
Robin Hood, The Great Mouse Detective. Oh, wait. Did you see Treasure Planet?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I think it's just those two. Oh, Bambi.
Bambi.
The Fox and the Hound?
I have not seen The Fox and the Hound.
Okay, so we have 4.
My mom's lucky that I liked The Lion King as much as I did after Mufasa died.
Oh, wow.
I was that kid that, like, if the animals got hurt, I would be devastated. Like, I just couldn't.
I believe I said this before, but as a kid, Mufasa's death really hit me. As an adult, the remember who you are scene hits me. And especially, like, the lesson afterwards where he's just like, yes, the past can hurt. But the way I see it, you can either run from it or learn from it.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Oh, Rafiki.
Yeah, that actor passed away. There's a...
I love how buoyant he is now that he knows how to swim.
Yes.
Like, his head just won't sink.
Like, everything would sink before the flippers, and now it's just like, So this is swimming lessons. Good thing I signed up for that. So I think we cleared out all the chests here. All that's left is the boss. And I know this is your favorite boss of the game coming up.
Yes.
For obvious reasons. Was this your favorite dungeon, or do we have yet to see your favorite dungeon?
You know, I don't fully remember.
Okay. Well, we're about halfway with the dungeons. Because I remember helping you a lot with the next one. But, 6, and surprisingly enough, level 8. I don't remember you playing that much, so you probably didn't have that much trouble with them.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's dive down. And see this nasty fiend.
Ah, he's an anglerfish.
Yep.
Anglerfish! Huh.
So yeah, as we've stated on a couple other playthroughs, you just find the anglerfish so darn cool.
I do.
I love the aesthetic.
It is one of my favorites.
So yeah, this is our nasty little anglerfish. And they redid the boss for this version. Because originally, you can go right down the ladder, and he's just sitting in the corner.
Oh.
And if you just stay up there and keep slashing at his antenna, he'll blow up. Without him even doing any of his moves.
This little bioluminescent lure.
Whereas here, he swims around a lot more. He stays towards the bottom. And also, he has, like, stun points to where, like, you have to hit him. And then he sees just like that fall down. So you have to swim towards him.
I guess technically it would be a girl angler because they're bigger.
Oh, okay.
Male anglers are literally just penis that attaches to the female. Like, I'm not even kidding. It's wild. They're very small.
Okay. Yeah, this is a female. And even though the boss is redesigned, it's still pretty simple. Because you have, like, just free-flowing combat underwater.
I like all the little ones.
Yeah.
I think their faces are just the best.
Well, they're Cheep Cheeps with an antenna.
They're like,
Little Cheep Cheeps from Mario that also appear in this game. There we go. We got her.
I mean, like, angler fishies are big.
Oh, I know. I've seen some pictures of, like, I don't know if
the
it's
person
like,
standing next to it.
next to its skeleton, yeah, in museums and stuff like that. And I'm just like, oh shit. Like, I used to think they were the size of a football.
Yeah, I used to think that they were relatively small, and I think I thought that because of Finding Nemo.
Yes.
Because I can, like, I'm aware of how big a clownfish is.
Mm-hmm. No, anglerfish are massive.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of, like, a more accurate, like, size portrayal of how big an anglerfish is.
I feel like they're the size of, a VW bug.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that is pretty big. I was just looking around, like, the size of that
There's gotta
vacuum.
be something over here.
The size of that vacuum.
Angler fish size.
Your road goes into the bay. Woo. Alright, so that's the end of Angler Tunnel. Now we can swim all through Caholand Island. And right in here's a little secret.
Angler.
Check this guy out. This is a sunfish. I'm Mambo, child of the sunfish. Have you got an ocarina? I can teach you my song, bloop bloop bloop.
Bloop, 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 bloop.
Alright.
Yeah.
Follow along. Look at the little fish down there. Yeah. Wow.
Because, like, their teeth are the size of, like, a human arm. Not just the forearm, but, like, the entire arm.
But is it true that because they're so deep underwater, their teeth are very brittle?
Probably, yeah.
Like, it's not super sharp like a shark's tooth. They're very brittle. Like, they look sharp, but because they're so deep underwater, it wouldn't, like, puncture human skin.
That, I don't believe that.
Okay. Well, they'd probably be like needles.
Fish teeth.
Because, like, what do they eat down there? Just, like, plankton and stuff
Well,
like that.
no, they eat other fish. Because their little antennae, the little light,
Lure the
attracts
fish.
other fish.
Excuse me.
Because they think, oh, that's food, and they go to eat that, and then the anglerfish.
That's right. They're the same
eats
as
them.
a snapping turtle, where a snapping turtle has that little worm-like tongue,
Yeah.
and a fish is like, ooh, what we got there? Your demise. Oh, I fell down a waterfall, and now this ghost is chasing me.
Aww.
It looks sad.
You have to take Ghosty home.
She looks sad.
She does look sad.
What's wrong?
She said, I want to go home.
Well, I want to get this heart piece, so you're going to have to wait. My homesick little specter. What do you mean I can't swim under the bridge? Aw. Well, guess I gotta go all the way around. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yes.
Just look at the way he just paddled.
So-
Oh, the house. Take me. The house at the bay. All right.
I want to go home.
All right, so what's
So,
up?
anglerfish's teeth are translucent needle-like structures.
Oh, okay. So they're just translucent, but like,
Yeah.
oh shit.
But apparently they act more as a cage than like,
Jaws.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what they do is they will close their food inside their mouth with their teeth.
So like a Venus flytrap.
Yeah.
Like a Venus flytrap.
So like it's not biting
isn't
with
going
its
to, like,
teeth, it's a cage. So
really
that-
hurt or puncture you or me, but it like devours flies.
yeah.
Like they just sit in there and it's just like, uh-oh. Ooh, what's that? That looks like the Raging Rapids. All those goodies over there.
Eh.
I want to make my way to there. Can I swim under this bridge? No. There's a bridge somewhere that I can swim under. Because I need it for that little trade side quest
Yeah.
I'm doing. I'm just trying to remember what the bridge is. Uh-oh. Angry Zora. These guys got a huge facelift. We're just going to use the warping song.
Sorry, I'm like in a mini rabbit hole of anglerfish teeth.
Of course you are.
So they have 2 rows of teeth.
Oh, shit.
The first, like the outer set, acts as the cage. And then it has a smaller set behind that punctures the food
Ah.
to like rip it apart to make it easier to eat.
So we're back to yes, it will hurt.
Yeah.
Very much so.
And there are multiple types of anglerfish.
Okay. Ooh, seashell. So is it true then that the big ones are all female?
Yes.
But also, do male anglerfish have the same?
No.
No. Okay.
That was one of the other things, the relationship between the female and the male.
Yeah. That was my next question.
So the male anglerfish is significantly smaller. And basically, once they mate, he latches on to her
Okay.
and just like fuses to her.
Oh, so he's like one of those sucker fish,
Yeah.
basically. The ones that clean the sharks and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Well, sharks also have rows of teeth, do they not?
Yes.
Look at this. All these deep sea facts.
But like, so this is the female.
Oh, geez.
These are male.
Those are male.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Well,
like
cool.
they just fuse to the female.
Well, this makes things all the better because you should definitely get an anglerfish tattoo because you are one badass anglerfish.
I can't wait to
And
get
I'm
it.
your little sucker.
You are male.
I'm a little squirmy little penis with a lantern, as you described. Well, I'll take what compliments I can get. You know, I don't remember where her house is.
It's by the bay.
Down by the bay, where the watermelon grows.
Do you remember the
Back
like?
to my home.
I'm pretty sure it's the house
I dare not go. Oh,
that
is
I
it
keep
like
saying, like, oh, this is the
you
house
wanna
that I
live
want to
in?
live in.
That rugged house?
Yeah.
Shoot, where was that? I don't quite remember.
I like it because she
Or if
gets
I
super
do.
excited when she gets home.
Oh, yeah? She turns that frown upside down. Everybody's got a laughing place to go, ho, ho. Take that frown, turn it upside down, and you'll find yours, I know, ho, ho. Where the fuck did that come from?
I don't even know where that's from.
That's from, like... Alright, I'm really gonna take you for a nostalgic trip now. I
There it
used
is.
to have these VHSs over there. Okay.
You're going the wrong way.
Well, I'm going to the Seashell Mansion because I've been collecting seashells.
And this is also pre-recorded, so it's not
That
like you
too.
can change
So let's
anyway.
just keep on the off topic so nobody will notice. Ooh, a mermaid. Hi.
Did you watch the Little Mermaid remake?
When I was swimming in the bay. If you find it, I will let you take a scale from my tail. Well, if you're new to this channel, just know that like if there's one thing I hate more than anything in the world, it's Disney's live action remakes. For storytelling purposes, and more, it just proves that like they are made by people that hate the original.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I just really want to stick it to those that made the original.
Not only hate the original, but like...
Also don't
don't-
understand.
Well, they don't care so much about the story at all. They just want to make money.
Yes. See, that's the bridge that I wanted to swim under. Because I give him the mermaid scale, and he gives me... Oh, it's a big one! The necklace! Oh, I gave him the fishing hook. He gives me the necklace. I give the necklace to the mermaid gives me the scale. It's all coming together. Now, rewinding 2 topics back, that song came from VHS tapes of like Disney sing-alongs that would have like Under the Sea, but also some like more obscure Disney short songs. Like there was Yo Ho, A Pirate's Life for Me, From the Ride. This was before Pirates of the Caribbean became a film franchise.
Yeah.
And Friendship, Just the Perfect Blend Ship was another one I remember. And Laughing Place was the one that just... Because take a frown, turn it upside down, and you'll find yours, I know, ho ho.
I don't know why that interaction is so weird to me.
With the mermaid?
Yeah. Promise you'll only take one scale.
I think, like...
I'ma skin you, bitch.
Yeah, I think, like, that's the reference. Like, they... Isn't it the story of, like, the mermaid's scale is worth a lot, but some would, like, take too many, they'd take the whole tail or something like that? It was like a fishing story, an old fishing legend.
I'm not too familiar with it, but I have, like, read that theme in a lot of different books.
Oh, I can't go into the next dungeon until I find your home. So I don't have a choice. I have to find your house. Alrighty then. I'm not too familiar with too many mermaid folk tales. Fish tales, as I like to say. Aside from Hans Christian Andersen's The Little Mermaid. But I know that like more of them are similar to what we consider sirens. Is like they're alluring, but they're actually very deadly.
Well, like, all of the stories outside of The Little Mermaid that I've ever read, mermaids are mean.
Yes.
They're not,
They're
like...
trying to drown you.
Yeah, they are not, like, kind... women of the sea.
All right, we're focusing
There she is.
now. Yeah.
I was like, where'd she go?
I think starting off, I was just trying to get rid of her. Like, hey, can we do this later? Go away. I want to do other things. It's like, no.
And she's like, please
my
take me
house.
home.
I feel like she'd be voiced by Moaning Myrtle, the girl who did the voice of
Yeah.
my home.
That woman was in her 40s when she played that role.
Yeah. You told me that, and I was just like, no way.
Yep. She's like, oh wow. It's just as I left it.
Nostalgia, unchanged. That's how I like my Zelda. I'm kidding. Mostly. Partly. A little bit.
No.
Aw, just is kind of sad. Alrighty then. But first,
I'm gonna destroy all your shit.
hey, you're not using them.
She's already like sobbing, and you're like, well, I'm just gonna break all your stuff, so.
It's just like, no, you have a minute. You take your time. I'm gonna...
I'm gonna break and take all your things.
Ooh, a rupee. She can't use it. What could she use it for?
To pay the toll for the afterlife, der.
Ah, yes. Here's a rupee to pay for the ferryman. Oh, man. I got over 1,000 rupees. I think I can get that bow and arrow now. So we're going to grab the bow and arrow, and then we're going to find her grave. Let's see. Her grave is probably like right off the side of the actual cemetery. I don't think it's like too far.
There.
I was there as well?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I was there before. Oh, and since we're visiting graves, let's do, this one. The Hidden Power of Color. Do you wish to read this book? There's a new world of color under the 5 gravestones. Up 3, 4, 5. Okay. Got it. All right, that's the order. Try with all your might, and you may open a new path. And yes, I did snapshot.
Okay, I was about to be like, there's no way I'd remember that.
That's the beauty. So, like, for the Game Boy original, you were just like, down.
You had to, like, write it down.
You wrote it down. But, like, now it's just like, we have technology. And you just hit the snapshot button.
Yeah, there are 2 books I've read recently that had like sirens and mermaids in them. So the first one, awesome book. It's called Black Sun. It has a lot of like Aztec and Mayan mythology in it.
Ooh.
And the siren there, she more or less she can control the weather with her music, with singing.
Oh, that's cool.
So, but they use her eyes. Like fishermen and sailors want to take her eyes.
Oh.
But when she sings, she turns into a mermaid.
Ah.
So, and they just want to sell her for parts.
What is she beforehand? Just a person?
Yeah, she looks just like a person,
like
but
a
her
person.
eyes give her away that she's a mermaid.
Got it. Okay.
And then the other one, phenomenal book. It's actually a horror, like a
You've
thriller
mentioned
horror.
this one before.
Is
It does
called
sound
Into the
cool.
Drowning Deep.
Mm-hmm.
And the mermaids in this one they're a lot different than like the way a mermaid is typically described, but their scales and their like body parts are all venomous or poisonous.
Ooh, okay.
So like
cool.
if you touch them, it prevents you from being able to clot.
Well,
and you
that's-
just start bleeding.
Oh shit, that's a feature I think in D&D with the Sahagin, the like mer people.
Yeah.
The fishmen. They look more like. They look more reptilian in a way, like actual fish.
Well, I know like Into the Drowning Deep, the way that they're described is like you can't necessarily tell what gender they are. Like it's not as though, oh, this one's female, this one's male.
Okay, so it is very similar to Sahagin.
yeah.
Scaly and kind of like androgynous.
Yeah. But they have hair, but it's more like tentacles.
Oh, cool.
And they have really sharp teeth and really sharp claws. And
gotcha.
whenever they are on, like, they can climb. So the thing is, like, in the book, they're on a ship, and the mer people are, like, climbing the side of the ship. So because they have really sharp claws on their hands, that they're just, like, digging into the side of the ship and
Okay.
scaling out the sides of the ship. And they are very mean.
Oh.
Like, they murder everyone on the ship.
Ooh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
That reminds me of the movie I'm about to see, The Voyage of the Demeter, which is basically the beginning of the Dracula novel of Dracula's coffin being on the Demeter, and he kills everybody.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, I'm looking forward to. Aw.
I know. How cute. I love it when she smiles. She's like, hey, thanks. Goodbye. Goodbye, world.
And she left me a fairy bottle. Hooray!
Hey, thanks.
Whoop. Here comes the owl. You've been stalling. Hey, I was helping this girl. She wouldn't let me continue the quest, okay? Lay off. I know where I'm supposed to go, okay?
He's like, do you?
There's an owl in Ocarina of Time who tries to trick you. He'll switch the yes and the no. So he'll put like no above and yes to make sure you're paying attention. So he'll be like, did you hear what I just said? And if you're like
you click
button
no.
pressing, you hit no, you go, fuck! He goes, well, let me repeat myself. And I'm just like, you son of a bitch.
Rude.
This owl's a lot better than that owl. We'll get to that owl one day. But yeah, just to let you know, when you do play Ocarina of Time, if there's an owl,
I do tend to
pay attention to what he's saying.
I do tend to try and like pay attention to everyone.
Because he's a sneaky one. So like sometimes he'll be like, did you listen to what I said? And you might hit like no by accident. And then other times he'll be like, do you need me to repeat again? And yes will be at the top. And I'll be like, you son of a bitch!
They're like, listen, this is not the way to extend the game time.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god. Why don't I remember them?
So this is the bonus color dungeon, and I know you did it because you changed your clothes.
Yeah.
This is how you get like the different colored tunics that have different effects. You can only choose one. But what's nice is, unlike the Game Boy original, you can revisit this area and change again.
Yeah.
You can change back. But this is the color dungeon. A big deal when it debuted on the Game Boy Color. So this game has 3 versions. The original on the Game Boy, which had that like greenish tint.
Yeah.
Link's Awakening DX, which is Director's Cut, which is the Game Boy Color version, and the Switch version. The Switch version is an updated version of the Game Boy Color version. How many times can you say version?
Version.
Exactly.
I'm like mesmerized right now. I'm just like, there's no method.
There is. It's just you gotta like keep hitting until they all turn blue. So like if you hit the corner, that changes all 3. So close. Yeah, after a while you just get angry. Just get angry at it. See?
I'm just like, oh god!
And there we go. Oh, there's 2 more puzzles just like that. Na. We've got the compass. But this is an optional dungeon. It's not required. You don't get any of the instruments because it wasn't in the original game. It was just a bonus to implement puzzles in regards to color.
Yeah.
But ooh.
Money!
Money, money, money. I bombed the wall and I got the riches, yeah.
What he doesn't know is he's just in the basement of a bank. He just robbed the bank.
Oh, jeez. We got like these little like Grim Reaper cherubs.
That's adorable.
They're pretty cool, but if you come near them, they start dropping bombs feverishly. Alrighty.
They look like cookies.
Yeah.
I think I might want cookies.
We can get cookies. You've been making a lot of cookies lately.
I have, yeah. I'm gonna make some more tomorrow. Because I am off work. We are getting
Where
ready
does this
for...
go? Yeah, that's right, in the square hole. Shit!
Where does this cylinder go?
Link, you don't go in the square hole.
It goes in the circle. That's right, the square hole.
Alright, so there's a bit of this dungeon left, and actually a couple mini-bosses and a boss. So we're going to continue this in the next episode. I think Wesker just ate shit. Alright, so we're going to continue this in the next episode. We'll see you all then.
We're gonna go find our dog.
Yeah.
Who just leapt off the steps. Alright, toodles!